Now this one is easy because unlike all of the other ones that we learned today, which all had 4 or more meanings, this one only has one meaning. To take after someone. Hey everyone, how are you going? My name is Catelyn. Today we're going to be looking at some phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are one of those things that I know a lot of English learners find really annoying. So today we're going to be looking at specifically phrasal verbs with the verb take. Before we get into it, I'll just quickly explain to you guys what a phrasal verb is. A phrasal verb is sort of like an idiom. We can't understand what they mean just by listening to the words that they're made up of. What makes a phrasal verb different though is that they're always made up of 2 parts. The first is a verb and the second is an element, and that element is normally a direction like up, down or over. So today the phrasal verbs that we're going to be looking at all have the verb of take and many different directions. There are lots of different phrasal verbs with the verb take, but today I'm just going to be teaching you guys 6 of the most common. Our first phrasal verb is to take off. This one has many different meanings. To take off can mean to remove a piece of clothing, to take off your socks. It can also mean that a plane takes flight. A plane takes off of the runway. It can mean to become successful or popular quickly. Once he started working hard, his career really took off. And another meaning is to leave a place very quickly. For example, I'm gonna take off. See you guys later. And finally, it can be used in the phrase to take time off, which means to take a break from work. For example, last week I took 2 days off. Phrasal verb number 2 is take away. To take away, also like take off, has many different meanings. Firstly, take away can mean to remove something. For example, take your dirty laundry away. It can also mean to subtract in maths. For example, 10 take away 1 is 9. Takeaway is also what we call food that we order at a restaurant to take away to eat somewhere else. A takeaway can also be a piece of information or a message that you understand from something. For example, what was your main takeaway of the lesson? And finally, takeaway can mean that something negative distracts from something positive about a situation. For example, I enjoyed our holiday, but the bad weather really took away from the experience. Phrasal verb number 3 is to take in. Firstly, to take in can mean to allow somebody into your home or your country. For example, her family is taking in an exchange student next year. Take in can also have the meaning of to pay attention or understand something. I might ask you, do you understand the lesson? And you can say, yes, I'm taking it all in. To take something in can also mean that you're looking around and seeing something. For example, she stood on the hill and took in the sunset. And finally, when you make clothes smaller to fit you, that is also called to take in. Next phrasal verb is to take down. Take down can mean to take something off a wall. For example, can you take down that poster for me? It can also mean to dismantle or remove something. For example, take down the circus tent. Or to defeat someone in a fight. One more hit and you'll take him down. Or it can mean to write some information down on a piece of paper. When you're watching my videos, you might want to take down some notes so you don't forget later. And next, what sounds like the opposite of take down, take up, but is not actually the opposite at all. To take up can firstly mean to start doing something as a hobby. For example, I've recently taken up sewing. Take up can also mean to occupy space. For example, that bookshelf takes up so much space in my room. You can also take up an issue or a problem with somebody. This means that you discuss that with that person. For example, if you have an issue, you might take it up with the manager. And the final meaning of to take up means to accept an offer or a challenge. If somebody offers you something, you might say, I'll take you up on that offer. And our final phrasal verb for this video is to take after. Now this one is easy because unlike all of the other ones that we learned today, which all had 4 or more meanings, this one only has one meaning. To take after someone means that you look like that person or you are like that person. Normally that person is a family member. For example, if you take after your dad, you might have your dad's eyes and nose, and you might have some of the similar interests and characteristics that he does. And those were all of the phrasal verbs that I have for you guys today. Try and make a couple of sentences with these down in the comments below to practice using them. If you want to learn some more phrasal verbs with me, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. If you didn't know, I also take video suggestions, so if there is a video that you would like to see me make, please just leave those down there as well, or you can message them to me on my Instagram and Facebook. Have a great week, guys. See you later.